This is Aretha Franklin's mansion. Let's go check out the inside. This is all the paperwork from it. Contractors from 1927, look at that. From when they built it. I can't believe this is still in here. Aretha Franklin's mansion is a 3-story house that was built in 1927 and is approximately 6,000 square feet. The home backs right up to the 7th hole on the city's prestigious and private Detroit Golf Club. The mansion features immaculate hand-carved woodwork and details throughout. The house was listed in 2022 for $1.2 million, but was just recently lowered to just under $1 million. Car here. Kind of looked like a cop car, but then I realized it's been here for a minute and it's got no plates on it. But yeah, this is, or was Aretha Franklin's house. This was one of her pride and joys right here. Of course, we're in the city. It's a beautiful, beautiful home. Tennis courts back here, 3 stories, brick, slate roof. Looks like some copper up there. Look at the old mail chute here. Shut this. Looks like the alarm's off, which is good, of course. So this is the entryway here. Big old ladder in here because they are trying to sell it. So they're probably coming in here and fixing it up, making some changes, trying to clean it up a bit to sell it on the market. And these are all mirrors on each side. Look at that. It's mirrored all the way down. Look. Aretha Franklin up in here. See what it says. And it talks all about Aretha. That's cool that they have that hanging up in here. But it should be like right here in the entryway instead of like up high where nobody can see it. But what did I tell you? This is definitely Aretha's house. And she actually lived here. Some of these other YouTubers be getting a little carried away with their stories. Talking about mobster homes and narco mansions and stuff like that. Turns out none of that's really even true. But this is actually true. I'm not about to lie to y'all. We got Aretha Franklin's leaflet sconces. I don't know what. They think that's what those are. They're all gaudy and gold. Look like giant glass leaves. And then I'm not sure what's up with this. But these look like hooks to hang your jacket or your backpacks or purses. This one's got curves on it. Probably for all Aretha's purses. And this doorway here. All woodwork too. All beautiful woodwork. It's like an old iron fixture there. The cabinetry up in here, both sides. Definitely original. Probably not original floor here. This looks like it was put down a few years ago maybe. But then it goes into the original. Now this is original. There's the front door right there. As we take a look at the living room. Look at how grand this living room is. Look at all those wood beams and all the woodwork is just immaculate. From there, we entrada into the I believe this was a library. This fireplace is amazing though here. Looks like this is marble and more amazing woodwork. Floral pattern in the wood there. Wow, look at faces. Looks like Christopher Columbus. Pine cones and stuff. Wow, that's cool. Two fireplaces kind of side by side right there. That's a cool shot. And I almost missed this room over here. There's a little room right here by the main entrance to the right. Nothing to it, but I actually think this was the library. So this makes more sense because this would have been where the shelving would have been. As you can see here, that's where the shelving would have been. And then over here, there would have been more shelving. And then a look out to the front. So this was the library, not that other room. And it's got a little fireplace in it too. How cute. Another one of those cool doors. Stone fireplace. That's pretty cool. This is loaded with blueprints. Look at this. These are all blueprints in the house. It's crazy that they're all just shoved in these cabinets. And then up here, there's more. Wow. Now that is something you don't see every day when you're exploring these places. You can literally see all the history and how this house was built and designed, and actually how much everything was back in 1927. That's cool. Known as the Queen of Soul due to her pure and perfect fusion of grace and grit, Aretha Franklin was the definition of early soul music throughout America. The daughter of renowned and beloved Detroit preacher C.L. Franklin, Aretha could testify with all the liberating joy stemming from her gospel roots as a member of her father's church choir. She could ache with the sadness of any singer who could truly feel the ways of both grassroots blues and jazz music. After nearly a decade of honing what would become her singular and instantly recognizable voice, Aretha Franklin, who was born in Memphis, Tennessee in 1942 but raised in Detroit, Michigan, brought a blast of proud grooves and empowerment to the pop charts at the peak of the civil rights era. Though she rarely strayed from her gospel roots in the decades that followed, Aretha Franklin made the brassy 1967 anthem Respect, which would soon become her signature calling card. She glided from assertive funk jams to hushed quiet storm ballads all the way to synth-coated pop hits. These notable hits also included You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman, Who's Zoomin' Who, and I Knew You Were Waiting. Unfortunately, it wasn't always sunshine and rainbows for Aretha Franklin. She had long been plagued by alcoholism and weight struggles, leading to both hypertension and diabetes. At one point in time, she was nearly 300 pounds, but in the years before her untimely passing, she would lose nearly 100 pounds from both diet and exercise. She would eventually pass away in her Detroit home in 2018 after an 8-year battle with pancreatic cancer. Aretha Franklin will forever be known as the Queen of Soul. Her powerful voice and many iconic hit records will continue to be loved by generations of Detroiters as well as people from all over the world. So here's the front door. You can see some molding going around. Nice candle fixture in the Main entry here with another mirror. She loved her mirrors. And a radiator down there. Old school. And then there's to the living room, and then this leads down to the basement, of course. Basement is just a Michigan basement. There's nothing there. Except space. The radiator. Nice choice of curtains here, Aretha. I read that these curtains, chandeliers, and even the bathtub are all Aretha's. Nobody has lived in this house since Aretha Franklin did. She moved out at some point in the 2000s, in the early 2000s, I think. She moved in around 1994. As you can see from these old photos from Aretha Franklin's own personal collection, her mansion was her absolute pride and joy. Since she lived in this home during a recording of her critically acclaimed Rose album, the large majority of her home decor was rose-themed, such as the huge living room rug with an ornamental rose as the eye-catching centerpiece, or an oil painting of a blooming rose bush above the fireplace. And in addition to all of that, her entire home was filled with rare imported tapestries, priceless paintings, and glorious furniture. Even the arched solarium room was lined with bouquets of floral arrangements and genuine oriental rugs. Needless to say, we sure wish that all of her furnishings would have still been there, but even without it, you can still feel and see through these old photos that her beautiful and ornate mansion was her absolute dream home. Another one of those locks on the front door too. And then look at this little peephole. Oh, there we go. Who's there? That's cool. Love these doors though. Especially, they look like church doors, especially with the pointed top like that. And every door has it. Look at the sound system inside the house. Total 80s. That's cool. I don't see that anymore. Cool old stone wooden fireplace here. Definitely original 1927. What's really cool in this woodwork is there's actually faces throughout. You can see one of them here. Hand-carved faces. There's actually one in the fireplace too. Look at that. It's like a knight. That's pretty cool. And then there's one on the other side too. The house was listed last year for $1.2 million. But obviously it didn't sell. So they dropped the price this year, just recently, to just under $1 million. So this could be yours for just under $1 million. And you could be living with the soul of the Queen of Soul. Look at these old radiator covers. God, that's cool. That is original for sure. Here's the kitchen over here. Through these French doors here, or double doors. Nice brass fixtures on them. Definitely original to the building too. Look at, they're all curved and slanted instead of pointed. They come to a point, each one of them. See? Shut them for it. Just pretty boring, modernized. Nice windows there, overlooking the golf course. You can see this floor is new. One of the doors. Most of this cabinetry in here is new too. That's probably where the sink would have been. And then here's the serving area, breakfast area is what they called it. Still got Aretha's table in here. Definitely looks like an Aretha table. More mirrors going around, of course. She loved her mirrors. And then this just would have looked over the driveway. Old school air conditioner there. Another patio glass door there. And then this looks like some vinage and little garden action going on outside the window here. And you could open these windows. I don't know if you can anymore. Looks like they're nailed shut or something. But definitely at one time these would have opened up. And there's the tennis courts through there. Here's a view out the sliding glass door here. You can see the golf course. You can see the sunroom over there. It's got a built-in fridge, it looks like. Oh no, this is like a rule. Do not open refrigerators while urban exploring. Alright, this one ain't bad. Here's another stairway down. And then this back to the main entrance. Or not main entrance, I'm sorry, side entrance. Entrance we came in. Another one over here. Radiator cover. Look at the woodwork on the side too. Here's more of Aretha's choice of curtains. And I guess only really one of the curtains is still here. This red felt curtain here. Tall. Bedrooms are upstairs. Down here would be obviously the library, living room, the solarium, sunroom. Look at, here's more. Those cool doors, I just love these. Look at that. That's so cool. You come through here, oh, 2 doors. There's storm doors on them even. And this leads to the solarium or sunroom. Look at these stone archways. And it backs up to the prestigious Detroit Golf Club. Here's the golf club right here. Turn this off so they don't see me in case somebody's out there playing 9 holes. This is hole 7, I think, right here. Pretty cool. Backs right up to hole 7 on the golf course. And it's a private golf course. So, you know that helps boost up the price and worth of this place. Here we get another look at the stone arches. You see skylights. Almost feels like I'm at a Big Boy or a Wendy's. No. Okay. More of Aretha's terrible choice in curtains. I give it to her. She probably chose this back in the 90s, so. Look at track lighting all the way up. This may have been an addition for all I know. Oh, look, golfers. See them driving by in the carts. See, right on. Good thing it's so dirty they can't see me. Look at how. Jeez. A little window washing up in here. Pretty cool though. Take a look at the grand staircase going up to the bedrooms and the bathrooms up there. Look at those beams. Beautiful. You get a real feel for how tall these ceilings are from this angle. As we look at the staircase, let's go look at the other rooms down here before we go up. Let's get a look at that stone detail. Look at the brick pattern. Herringbone. It's got something. The Donnelly Brothers, Cleveland, Ohio. So next to the stairway, right off the living room, we have a little bathroom here. Old radiator. Ugh, what is this? Pewabic tile? I mean, it could be Pewabic, but I'm not so sure about that. Little cut right there, that's kind of cool. Little window here. I'm not even going to show you that toilet, my God. Neighbors are close too. Okay. Now we go up. Look at the stonework there. But look at this view. That is incredible. Nice curved railing there. The stairway here. From up here, this obviously is a great vantage point for the living room. Look at that. Amazing. As we go over here, we got more of her famous light fixtures here going down the hallway. They modernized a lot of this up here. There's that back stairway. Nothing much here. It's all painted too. But I wanted to show you guys everything. It goes back here too. I don't even know what this is. It's like a little hidden room. Crazy. It's got storage and stuff in here. Aretha all day. Nothing much, though. Over here, check this out. Little fireplace up in here. And then here's the outlook on the dormer window. Now that's sweet. That's a hell of a view from up here. There's the sound system again. Internal sound system. Speakers. You could talk to somebody downstairs or whatnot. That old alarm system too. This was a bathroom, the master bath. This looks like granite maybe, or no. That may be fake. But it's like a bench going all the way around the windows. Overlooking the golf course again. And then, one of the coolest things is, this is actually Aretha Franklin's tub. No joke. The clawfoot. I read online that she recorded her A Rose is Still a Rose album in 1997 in this house. She recorded and wrote it while living in this house. And the article stated that she came up with some of the lyrics while bathing in this exact tub. You can see this is exactly where it was. They just built a thing around it to protect it, I guess. A clawfoot there. The piping is still in the floor. That's amazing. So you see they got like a cover and a wooden case going around it, I guess, to protect it. It's probably worth money on eBay. I could sell that thing. Aretha Franklin, the Queen of Souls jacuzzi tub. God, look at the bathroom, even keeps going over here. This would have been where the toilet would have been. Shower here. Good Lord. Maybe I don't even know what would go here. The bidet? No. And then another cut back here. It's huge. It's a monster. Jesus. This bathroom is massive. God. It's like terrazzo. And then this would have been obviously the bathing area. Wish that wooden thing wasn't there. Because then I could take photos of it. And I can't really shoot photos of the tub because it's covered by a wooden container case. Pretty cool when you find a spot like that with history like this. And then this, not sure what's going on here with this room. It's got some nice Aretha decor. Oh, she done forgot her cane. Oh, there's a bird nest right there with eggs in it. Look. The bird just looked at me and said, "What are you doing?" He's down there talking smack. You can hear him. Robin. State bird. Oh, he's come to talk more smack at the window now. And then this is another bathroom that Aretha designed. See the floral paint all the way up. And get a load of that shower and toilet. Love the pink. Look at that. Now that toilet's pretty darn cool. So fancy for 1990. Same with this tub, or the shower here. It's got a CD player in it, a JVC, look at that. CD player inside the shower. And then look at that, the power's still on in it. Look at the speakers right there. Amazing. It's like it's a jacuzzi. More speakers on this side too. God, looks like you can contact aliens with this thing. Is this a time machine? Like, what's going on in here? Got all sorts of buttons and fixtures and stuff. Should I push one of these? Oh shit, I'm about to get wet. Yeah, I better not do that. I'm gonna get wet and ruin my camera. Now we're on the other side from the master bath and master bedroom. Looks like just a carpeted bedroom in here. Nothing much to it. Does have a bathroom though. More of that same tile, that weird tile. I'm not sure it's Pewabic, so I don't want to say it is, but it very well could be. Here's the shower. Yellow tile. Look at it. It's got towel holders on each side. Yeah, it's like a mosaic pattern. Interesting. Then it leads over to the other bedroom. Old closets. Shelving. Here's the entry to the bedroom. Shelving there is missing. Nothing much to it. Smaller bedrooms over here on this side. Overlooks the golf course again, and there's the sunroom down there below. And then this leads back out to the overlook. Let's go take a look around back. Here's the 3-car garage. And the house goes above the garage. See, 1 car, 2 car, 3 car. Huge garage. Packed with crap though now. And then this is the side entry where we went in at. And then upstairs. The 3rd level is unfinished too. I went up there and it was just basically 1 room, empty. So I had the kitchen there. Go back through here. See, this was all, I'm sure, landscaped and manicured at one time, especially when Aretha was here. But this house hasn't been lived in since the early 2000s, I think. So you can see it's just neglected. It is owned privately right now. And the guy's trying to sell it. He's done some work, as you saw in the video. And he maintains it for the most part, but it's a little bit overgrown back here. This is the tennis courts. There's the tennis courts, and we pan over and we see the side of the house, looking into the breakfast serving area and kitchen. And here's that garden. And then out here, I don't care if anybody sees me at this point. Stinks back here, but this was all landscaped, I'm sure, and beautiful, but over the years you can see it's gotten neglected and the brick is starting to break and all that. And there's the master bathroom up there by the chimney. Look at that copper flashing up there. The stonework. And look at pathways back here. And then there's like old stone fountains. Shell there. There's another piece of stonework there. That's the master bathroom where the bathtub was, where her red clawfoot bathtub was at, in that window. And here's the living room. Looks like a little centerpiece here. You can go out to the golf course. So this living room, that big picture window that you see from the inside stairway. And then there's the solarium sunroom here. You can see some of it's been broken. Shattered right there. Go back inside. Here's what it looks like from the backside from the golf course. You can actually see golfers right out there. With this mansion having that history and still having some of Aretha Franklin's furniture and decor, on top of Detroit's comeback story, surely this historic mansion will sell soon. Thankfully, I was able to document it before it happened. That's going to be the conclusion of Aretha Franklin's abandoned mansion video. For more photos from this abandoned mansion and our other locations, check out our website at abandonedcentral.com. And also, subscribe to Abandoned Central on YouTube so that you don't miss any of our latest content. And one more important thing, if you want to help us support us in creating these videos, please donate by clicking the Super Thanks link next to the download icon. Thank you all for the support.